Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. My name's Amber. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share some things with you, and I'm excited to hear some stories from people who have been drinking ketones. We're going to be talking about Keto Nat tonight. Keto OS Nat, and it is pure therapeutic ketones. We're going to talk all about the science behind them. We're going to share some ideas on how you can get started if that's what you choose, how you can be a part of our community. We're also going to kind of go over how to drink them and how to maximize them in your body so you can get the best experience. So I'm going to start with just kind of giving you a little brief story about how I got started drinking ketones and how ketones have impacted me. So I've been drinking them for 3.5 years now. It's gone by super fast, but life before ketones was not the same as life is now. I was addicted to Monster Ultra energy drinks, and that's why I first started drinking them. I was also 100 pounds more than what I weigh now, and I spent a lot of my day in bed. I'm a mama of 6, a grandma of 3, and that didn't go so well with having kids in the home, right? They need a mom that's up and going and taking care of business and making dinner and driving them around. And I was just miserable. And I would count down the minutes or the hours until I could get back in my bed. And so I was kind of just faking it through life. And then the mom guilt associated with that kind of stuff is not good, and it just kind of spiraled out of control. I then started drinking ketones first for the energy because I needed to get off of those energy drinks, right? They were not healthy. They gave me a lot of anxiety, and they came with a lot of spikes and crashes. So I was drinking 3 or 4 a day, and I didn't know what I was drinking. I thought it was an energy drink, a healthy energy drink, but I had no idea that my body would start losing fat. I would start feeling better. My energy would be like the most sustainable energy that I've ever had. And life has changed. I'm now crushing life. I'm an active mom. My kids are all raised now. They were all close together. And our last ones just graduated. They're identical twin boys. And we get to travel. We get to go visit them. We get to do fun things with them. And I'm just thankful that I found this product. I found the ketones. This is what they look like if you haven't started drinking them yet. It's Keto OS Nat, naturally fermented ketones. So I have a little slideshow that I'm going to play, and it's got some information on that I wanted to share with you. And then we're going to hear some stories, then talk about the science. So let me share my screen. Okay, thumbs up, Nick. Can you see my screen? Awesome. Okay, so these are the only bioidentical ketones on the market. There's several patents on them. Nobody else can have them. And they're identical to what your body produces. So there's 3 ways to get in ketosis. You can do a keto diet, a strict keto diet, and it's really hard. And you can easily throw your body out of ketosis. And that's kind of the good way to get into ketosis. The better way is by doing a prolonged fast. Your body's going to produce ketones. And now you can actually drink ketones, and that is the best way to put your body in ketosis. It works every single time. And you can measure with a blood meter test to see where your ketone levels are. And it is amazing. It is foolproof. It is the best way to get into ketosis. So let's go to the next screen. This was actually developed and formulated by NASA for the Navy SEALs about 12 or 13 years ago. They were looking for a way to put them into ketosis because when you're in ketosis, your brain uptakes more oxygen, and that's what they needed. They were at risk for seizure when they would get to a certain C level with their rebreather masks. It was formulated by doctors. It's all natural ingredients backed by science. There's several published studies about how this impacts people, all kinds of people from young to old, cognitively, with fat loss, with energy. It's really exciting technology. We have our hands on something special, and we're just here to spread the word and let more people know about it. So there's a lot of flavors too, and there's multi-patents on it, so nobody else can reproduce this. It is the only bioidentical ketone. All right, let's talk about the benefits. I have been rattling them off throughout my story and throughout the last slide. I want to know what your favorite benefit is. I've got a list here of the benefits from drinking this stuff. If you could drop it in the comments what your favorite benefit is. And if you say fat loss, you put in the chat how many pounds of fat you have lost since drinking ketones. Some people haven't started yet, and that's okay. Some people have been drinking them for a few years. That's awesome. And some people may have just started. So go ahead and put in the chat what your favorite benefit is. I've got, and Nick loves the energy. Charity, better sleep, better mood and energy, energy and focus. Energy is the theme tonight. Fat loss, Audrey, congratulations, 70 pounds down. That is amazing. Oh, Lori loves the sleep. Awesome. Charity, almost 30 pounds of fat loss. That is amazing. Congratulations. Nick lost 15 pounds of fat and gained 30 pounds of muscle. Well, that's strange. We're going to talk about how that works a little bit later on the call, but Nick actually gained weight, he gained muscle and lost fat. That's kind of cool. Energy, appetite control, and fat loss. 70 pounds of fat gone. Are you guys seeing this? This is amazing. Energy, appetite control, decreased appetite. Fat loss, 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Congratulations, Heidi. Hormonal balance, so many awesome benefits. And we're going to be hearing some stories of real life people who are going to be on this call tonight and telling you real results that they have experienced drinking ketones. So I'm going to go to my next slide. I am going to stop my share and we're going to invite our guests on. So Ethan, if you wouldn't mind coming off mute first and sharing your experience drinking ketones, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Ethan Hutchison. I am 20 years old, and I have been drinking ketones for a year now. And I just have to say, they're fantastic. And normally when we think of ketones, we probably wouldn't think of like younger kids or younger adults like me drinking ketones. But let me tell you, the earlier you start, the better. So I have been an insomniac for a long time, and I really needed something to help me sleep. And I didn't know that ketones were going to help me sleep. So I started drinking ketones out of spite, and I quickly had to swallow my pride because I noticed 2 weeks in that I was getting a full 8 hours of sleep, and that meant a lot to me. So ketones are a huge part of my supplementation routine. I'm a personal trainer, so when it comes to my health and wellness, supplements are a part of my routine, and ketones have become the main aspect of that. When I drink ketones, I feel constant and I feel consistent. So when I'm drinking ketones, I have a consistent energy level throughout the day, and my sleep is also consistent. So I'm not wavering throughout the day, because when I was at work, sometimes I would crash and then I would get a headache, and then I would have to come home and I was miserable, and then I lost out on what, $100 worth of work. And I can't do that every single day. Especially as such a young person, that was kind of alarming to my health. So when I get better sleep, everything else falls into place. And ketones have helped me with that.
Awesome. Thank you, Ethan. I'm so glad that you shared about sleep. And that's pretty amazing. You went from being an insomniac, 2 weeks later, you were getting 8 hours of sleep. That's pretty incredible results. The energy that you'll feel from being in ketosis, it doesn't come, you can get ketones with a little bit of caffeine in it, and that's not where the energy comes from. It's going to come from just being in ketosis. Your body is going to naturally have more energy, and it is like a healthy, sustainable energy that doesn't come with those spikes and crashes. So thank you so much, Ethan, for sharing. I love hearing your story. Next up is Susan Fenwick. It looks like she's pulled over. She was on her way home from work. She pulled over in a parking lot, and we're excited she's going to share with us.
Hi, yeah, thanks so much for inviting me, Amber. I'm so grateful. I'm, just got off work, pulled over in a red. That's why I keep going like this, because I don't know who's coming up to who's coming up to me. But hi, my name is Susan Fenwick, and I live in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. It's actually sunny here today. I am on I call it the beautiful side of Seattle. So if you go Seattle and take a ferry ride across the water, go just north a little bit where all the beautiful hiking trails are. Grandma Susu to two amazing, beautiful granddaughters that I just love so much. And my story goes a little bit like this. So before ketones, I was at a point where I was kind of like what I describe it as kind of feeling like a shell of my former younger athletic mobile self. Just tired all the time. I had gained a lot of weight. Every joint in my body ached because of the amount of weight that I had on my body. And I just started having, that much weight just compounds and compounds and compounds the amount of problems that I was having. So I found ketones about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. And since then, I have released 70 pounds of fat. But more importantly, I have got my vigor and my energy for life back. I want to get up and do things. I want to be mobile. I'm not so just stuck in my head about, how bad I feel and, woe is me. Being a part of this community and the encouragement that I get from people like Amber and Ethan is absolutely amazing. And yeah, the energy, the fat loss, focus for my work. I'm just having a blast. I've drank them every single day for a little over 3 years, and I'll never go a day without it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I happen to have a transformation picture of Susan. I don't know if you can see it, but here is Susan's before and here is her better, down 70 pounds. And I have been lucky enough to be a part of her journey and to watch her lose every single pound and really gain back what she had lost in raising a family. And I completely relate to her because we kind of have similar stories. But thank you so much, Susan, for sharing tonight. I know you're busy on the road, and I appreciate you taking the time to tell us your story and talk about your journey. So let's talk for a minute about why all these amazing benefits are happening, right? Why are people getting better sleep in 2 weeks' time, going from insomniac to better sleep, or dropping 70 pounds of fat in a few months, 6 or 7 months. This is transforming lives, but there's actually science behind it. And Nick Martinez is going to come off mute and he's going to tell us why this stuff works and how it works.
Absolutely. What's happening? Thank you, Amber, for the introduction, and good to see all your faces. My name is Nick. I live out in Minnesota. I've been drinking and sharing ketones now for 8.5 years. I actually used to be a full-time airline pilot with Delta Connection. I'm excited to talk a little bit about the science today because when I started to drink this, I was a tired pilot who would come home from my trips and watch my 2-year-old from my napping position on the floor. And very quickly, I was coming home from my trips. Instead, I was chasing her around the house. I was happy, had a big smile on my face. And initially, I lost about 15 pounds. And since then, you might have heard it in the chat earlier, I've gained about 30 to 35 pounds. So how does something give you energy and help you sleep? How does something help you lose fat and gain muscle, or lose weight and gain weight at the same time? And how does something like this actually stimulate the brain, help you be happy, and help you focus? Because when I first heard about this, I remember thinking it must be too good to be true. And I think the easiest way to explain this is to tell you a little bit of a story, and just to share a little bit of the history of ketones, because I think this is super powerful. Last week, I was standing right outside my deck here. I'm looking out at my deck, and there's a basketball court right out there. It's part of a park, and there's some kids playing. Last week, I was letting my dogs take my dogs out, and the lady that was on the court with her son, it was just a lady and her son. She saw my shirt said ketones, and she started to talk to me. She basically yelled from 50 feet away, "Hey, what does your shirt say? Keto? We do the ketogenic diet." And I said, "Actually, this is the drink. You just drink it. You don't have to do the diet." And she said, "Oh, well, can I talk to you?" So I went over and talked to her, and she started to ask me more about it. Well, come to find out, her son, who was playing basketball, is really tall. He had some disabilities. And one of the things he struggles with is he has seizures on a consistent basis. And he's been on the ketogenic diet for 3 years to change the fuel source to his brain. And I want you to hear this part. He was on medication that wasn't working. Doctor said, well, maybe if we put you on a ketogenic diet where we can get ketones to your brain, your seizures will decrease. And the diet has helped him control his seizures. But he's not always able to maintain that level of ketones. He's not always able to maintain that strictness of the diet. So she was looking at other medications, but she doesn't want to put him there. So she's trying to amp his strictness on this diet. And here's the interesting part. When you drink our ketones, it gives you ketones instantly. Amber said it, without having to necessarily do the diet, without having to necessarily do a fast, you immediately get ketones to the brain, right? She was really excited to learn. She'd never experienced exogenous ketones. She'd never tried ketones. Now her son has them and is drinking them on a daily basis, which is really cool. But why? Well, there's 3 ways to get ketones into the body. 1, you can do the diet, which he's trying to do well, but it's hard to be compliant. 2, you don't eat for a period of time, which you can only do for a period of time. Or 3, which is new, which is why the Department of Defense basically formulated this for Navy SEAL divers, is you can drink them. Now, all the benefits that you saw listed come as a result of using this as a fuel source, right? Ketones carry more oxygen to the brain than glucose. They don't require insulin to get into the cells, so it's instant energy for our brains, which most of our brains are not getting. So if there's any reason that you drink this, right, the fat loss is great. You always hear people's stories. I lost 70 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. I lost 150 pounds. But it comes in like just as a side effect, like a side result. Usually that's the focus. Our focus is how do we get you healthy? How do we get you metabolically stable? How do we fuel your brain so you age well and you feel better? How do we get you better energy and better sleep? Well, you do that by having ketones. And what's the side benefit that comes from that? Is fat loss. Now, I lost 15 pounds of body fat initially, and then ketones fuel muscle and they help you starve fat. What we all want to be is leaner, more strong individuals of ourselves with less fat on our body, and that equals a better metabolic state, a more efficient metabolism, which is what we want. So if you want to have a better metabolism in your 50s, 60s, 70s than you did maybe in your 20s, 30s, 40s, this is the solution. If you want your brain to age better into the next decades, this is the solution. And it's so simple that you just drink it. So Amber, I hope that answered the a little bit of the science question. I mean, we could spend the rest of the evening just talking about all the nuances of it. Just know that ketones are healthy. They're amazing. And they're going to absolutely rock your world.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. And thank you for sharing that story. That is an incredible story. You heard that story. You heard Nick's story. You heard my story, Susan's story, Ethan's story. We've all been impacted by ketones in a different way. And it's what our body needed. And people, thousands and thousands of people all over the world, we are worldwide company, are experiencing and creating these stories and having this impact. So you've heard just a few today, but there's thousands of stories just like the ones you just heard. And we can't wait to hear your story and your journey. I know there's some people on this call that have a pretty incredible story to share too, and hopefully we'll hear them on a different evening. But I want to talk a little bit about how you can get started. For those that haven't started drinking ketones yet, we have some starter bundles, and I am going to pull those back up on my screen and show you what they look like. Can you see my screen? Okay, here are some ways that you can get started. Our Curious Bundle is 10 servings of ketones. I have a pack right here. It's 10 different flavors. You're going to drink one a day for 10 days. And you're not going to have like this full amazing experience and experience all the benefits of being in ketosis and drinking ketones long term, because it could take up to a few months to really feel everything. But you are going to be able to taste it. You are going to be able to feel some benefits, and you are going to be able to know if this is something you want to continue. So the Curious Bundle is really for those that just kind of want to dip their toe in the water. They're curious, but they're not kind of ready to commit yet. Then we've got our Nat 20 box. This is 20 servings of ketones. It has 10 different flavors, half caffeinated, half decaf. So you could have the decaf in the afternoon, the caffeinated one in the morning. And we've got the pricing on here. All of these bundles happen to be on sale right now. So it would be a great time to get started and grab one of them. Now, our Excited bundle is for those that are really excited to give this a good try. And it comes with 3 of these. Oh, I don't have a box of Mitoplex, but our Mitoplex is our electrolyte. You're going to have 30 servings of electrolyte and 30 servings of ketones, because you're getting 3 bags of 10. And you'll have 3 of each flavor. And then the all-in bundle, we have what's called an iFast system. It's an accelerated start to your program. It comes with 5 bags that look just like this. It has a schedule on the back. You're going to intermittent fast for 16 hours and then eat for 8 hours every single day. You're going to eat high protein and you're going to eat low carb, and you're going to have a lunch and a dinner. And this is super effective. People are burning a lot of fat doing this. So if you want to go all in, really like start off strong, I would recommend the all-in bundle. It's also going to come with 40 servings of ketones, because you're going to get 2 boxes of the 20. So pick your path. Everyone kind of starts a little bit different depending on kind of how you're feeling. And if you're the type of person that's all in or curious or excited, you get to decide how you want to get started. But get back to whoever invited you to this call. Let them know where you want to start, how you want to get in. And we're excited to be part of your journey. All right, our next slide. we're going to talk about the 3 for Free program. This is available to everybody. It's available to customers, to promoters, to affiliates, to coaches. Everybody has the opportunity here to earn free product, free ketones. So it's our 3 for Free program. What you do is you get a refer code, you get a refer link. If you share that with somebody, 3 people purchase using your link, you're going to get the average of those 3 orders in free ketones. So let's say person number 1 buys $300 worth of product, person number 2, 200, person number 3, 100. Well, the average of those 3 orders is $200, and you will get $200 worth of free ketones the following month. So that's really exciting. Free ketones always taste better than paid for ketones. Everyone in the community would agree with that. There's just something about getting free ketones. It's super exciting. All right. So there's 3, kind of 4 different ways that you can join our community. You can come in as a customer. You can come in as an affiliate, and this is a brand new program that's super exciting. It's free to join. It doesn't cost anything. Or you can come in as a promoter/coach. We have some specialized training for our promoters where they can upgrade to a coach. They get all this training from doctors and scientists, and they really have the tools and resources that they need to really help you on your journey. So that's kind of our highest level, is our coaching level. So we got customer, affiliate, promoter, and then coach. Let's talk about what you get when you come in with all of those options. All right, so if you look at this little graph here, we've got the 4 different, up at the top, the customer, affiliate, promoter, coach, and then over here on the left side is our rewards. So our VIP club is getting something on auto ship. You get 15% off for the first 3 months, and then 25% off every month after that, as long as you keep your auto ship on. So you definitely want to sign up for the VIP club. You also get access to exclusive flavors and products that a regular customer that's not VIP would not have access to. So all 4 have access to the VIP club and the 3 for Free program that I just talked about. Now, the VIP bonus is not available to customers, but it's available to the other 3 roles. And that is a bonus that you get when somebody uses your link. So a customer is just going to get free product when people use their link, but an affiliate, promoter, or coach is going to earn commission, up to 50% commission every time somebody uses your link. And that's really exciting. That is a high percentage. I've not seen it that high for an affiliate program. I've been a part of a few different affiliate programs that paid me 5%, which is nothing. This is up to 50%. It's incredible. So let's say you sold, somebody bought this on using your link, you're going to get $40 just from somebody buying 1 box of ketones. That's incredible. And then you're also going to be able to get 1 step closer to that free product program and getting free ketones. The performance rewards program is available for promoter and coach. It's a different bonus. There's also a coach retailer bonus. So your coach has access to more bonuses, more money, more earnings. They have more education, and they usually have a bigger community. So if you want to come in as a customer, that's great. If you want to come in as an affiliate, it's free to sign up. You get your link, you get free product, and you get commissions. Promoters, more of somebody who wants to build a team here. They're here for the long haul. They want to help other people become customers and affiliates and promoters and coaches. So you're building a community. You're here to really have a big impact on a lot of people. And then our coach is somebody who wants that specialized training, who really wants to have that ketone knowledge and be able to coach people at a high level. So you get to pick how you want to come in as well. So pick what you want to come in with and what role you want to come in at. And then let's do the next slide here. Okay, we are going to wrap up. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments, but probably it would be more efficient to get back to the person that invited you here. They can answer all your questions. They can kind of give you some suggestions, a guide on how to get started. And yeah, just get back to them. We are so thankful that you joined us tonight. We want to keep this short. We're thankful for the story shares, and we are excited to see you come into our community and excited to see your journey and can't wait to hear your story. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you for attending.